last year I took the Canna out of these pots, this one and also a pot that I had up in the front with my Tropicana Canna and my Magic Pink Canna. This is the other one. So that's from the 2 pots. 1, 2. And as you can see, there are a lot of new rhizomes coming on. This one is very healthy. This is the very pretty one. The pinkish maroony color one of the Cannas. And I'm excited about saving it. Well, I cut down the Canna, and this is what I got. It looks pretty good. I'm gonna just kind of put it in there for now. But here's another piece. So I think that I'm going to be able to have it. Look at this. I think it was like rotting right there maybe. But that's good. And then here is the debris. So I may be able to do that with the rest of them if I get courageous. And this is what it looks like. It was stored in the bag, the paper bag, and I just put it in a dark, cool place. And this is what it looks like. There's a lot of parts to it, and it has grown up pretty big and thick. So what I want to do is get it in some soil and put it in a pot. I think I'm going to keep it as one, maybe. I don't know. That seems like a lot. And I believe that this is the Magic Pink. I think that is the Magic Pink. And then in this bag, the Whole Foods bag, I had this one stored. See if I can get it out for you. And I think this one was the Tropicana, probably. Or was it this one? But anyway, these are the Cannas. And what I did was I just stored them in the bags here. I put them nicely packed in one of these containers and put it in a cool, dark place. And this is how it turned out. They look very much alive and ready to plant in a pot for this growing season. So that's what I'm going to do, get them going, and then we'll place them in different parts of the garden. I also have this canner that I got from Costco, and this is Pretoria. I love this one. I love the leaves of this, the variegated golden color leaves. So it's going to look good. The Magic Pink is more of a pinky color, fuchsia pinky, nice color. And then this one, the Tropicana, has more of the same flower as this leaf here. This one, this Canna, Pretoria. I love the Tropicana's leaves. It is nice and purpley in color, fairly fancy. So I'm going to have a lot of Cannas in the garden this year, which is quite exciting. What I'm going to do is allow the Cannas to sit in water for a little bit, and before I plant them up. I think that this is a good thing for them. So I have here the elephant ears that I've allowed to sit in water for a little bit just to hydrate them, because they were looking a little bit dry, and they responded very well to the water. I also put the dahlias in here too, and they seem to be plumping up, which is a good thing as well. I'm going to put, there are 9 elephant ears altogether, and I'm going to put them, 2 of them, in these containers here that I have here. I'm going to put 2, so that's going to leave me 3 more elephant ears, and I will figure out where I'm going to place them. Probably somewhere in the garden, some of the other pots, but for right now, that's what I'm going to do with these. Alright, so I have 1 additional pot over there, 2 pots over there, and these 3 pots here. So what I'm thinking of doing is putting in 2 in each of them, and I'll have 1 left over, and I'll figure out where I'll put that one. Unless they're small bulbs, then I can figure out which one I'm going to put a 3rd one in, because there are 9 elephant ears altogether. Alright, so I also added garden tome to each of the pots, and because these bulbs, the elephant ear, these plants, they love water and they love humus soil, so I am not going to use the potting soil for them, but actually put them in the garden soil and the topsoil, the garden soil that I have here, the Miracle-Gro garden soil. And I believe that they will do fine because they don't mind being bogged down. They will do fine with that type of soil, heavy soil, because they want moisture, they want to have wet feet, and they love water. So I'm going to put them in the garden soil and save my potting soil for the plants that need a more lighter loam. I might just top it off with the potting soil, we'll see. So let me plant them in. Remember, this is what I'm putting in, the elephant ear. So let's look at the bulbs. So this is what the bulb looks like, and I believe you put the blunt side down, so it'll go down like this in the soil. This one is a little soft, so I'm going to put this to the side. And this one is a small one. Actually, it looks like the roots are there at the bottom, so we can put it down like that, I guess. Here's another small one. They're looking kind of small here, so let's see what we have here. What I'm going to do is just put them in, and then we'll check from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so let's just put them in, and then we will see how best to plant them. I'm going to have to go back and check. This one looks like a much bigger one. Maybe I'll put this big one by itself over here, since this is pretty large. All right. Okay. So I think that's how I'm going to plant them out. What I have to just do is double check to make sure that I'm planting it correctly. and then we will cover them up and put them in the garden. I have determined that this is the top because of the circular part, and the roots look at the bottom. You know, the roots there, they're coming out that way. So that's how I'm placing it. You can see the roots at the bottom, and that is the top. And the same with this, you can see that that's the top, it's round, and that looks, you can see the roots coming through. So that's how I'm placing them. Now this one I'm not as sure. I assume that this is the top and this is the bottom. So what I'm going to do is plant it on its side because I'm not as certain as the others. And this is the top, and you can tell that that's the bottom because of the roots there. And this one is a little larger, so I'm going to lay it on its side. And these two are easier to tell that those are the tops of it. So now I'm going to just cover them over with soil and water them well and allow them to grow in the containers. I'm going to find a sunny spot for them on the south side of the garden. And I believe that they will be fine outdoors now because it is warming up here. It's a very nice day, and so I think they'll do fine. Alright, so I have planted them in, and I believe that I'm going to just put a little bit more soil on top. So I'm going to just water them in, and really they love water. They're water-loving plants. So it's just a matter of finding them a nice, real, sweet home and settling them in. I'm going to put them on the sunny side of the house, on that other side over there. So let's just carry them over and you'll see where I'm talking about. You know, right over here where the sun is and against the side of the house is a good location to put them. Against the house, I planted long time ago. When I say long time ago, one of my first plantings of bulbs were these tulips, and they have come back time and time again. On this side of the house too, there are a lot of different native plants that are here. And we're already starting to see the flower of the bleeding hearts here. And we also have the daylily. In these pots, I planted the elephant ear. 1, 2, 3. And then here in this is, I believe, oregano from last year. And they are returning. Beautiful. Right now I have the cannas and the dahlias soaking in water, and you can see that the dahlia has plumped up nicely here by being in the water, the dahlia tuber, and both of them actually. And the cannas are loving it as well. They're loving the water. So I'm letting them just hydrate before I put them in pots. Okay, I am planting in the cannas here, and I'm putting this one in here. This is a nice big piece. Putting it down, and I'm leaving this top here so that I'll know what the top is, where the top of the canna is. I'm putting this one in this pot, and I have this other one here. I'm going to plant this in this pot. Now this is a lot, but I'm going to put it in here anyway. And if anything, I can then transplant it, dig it up and transplant it in something else again. I should really divide it, but for right now I'm going to just put it in here in this pot. But that's what I've done so far. I'm going to have to get some more pots or places for the rest of them. We have this piece here and another piece here as well. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to plant this in a different location, and I'm going to put this one here instead, because that can fit that. And I think I'm going to add this to it as well. And I'm going to put this piece in a big pot. I think I'm going to take this one and put it over here in this pot. Now this is a good size pot, and that will house this. Yeah, I think that's going to look good. That's what I'm going to do. Over here, I put the elephant ear in this pot, this container, for now. And I checked my frost zone. The last frost date is the 25th of April for us, and it is the 16th. So, but I don't think that we are going to experience too cold of a temperature to kill off the roots. I think they'll be fine here. I really don't have any fear of that. And the reason why is because the tulips are up and they're looking good, as well as the daffodils in the garden. So I think that it will be all right for my cannas to be in the pot here, as well as the elephant ears. Elephant ear. I know I keep putting the S on it. I guess because there are more than one in each pot. Most of them, anyway. I'm adding garden tone to all of the pots, as well as I'm going to top them off with this garden soil for now too. As you can see, this soil is very loamy and nice, and I think that the plants will do well in this soil, garden soil, because it's kind of sifted. It's really good soil. For more videos, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time right here in Catherine's Garden. Bye.